Washtenaw County is launching a new community outreach project to meet the needs of vaccinating people in specific areas. It's designed to help those most impacted by the pandemic and allocate resources to meet the needs of those who are vulnerable. Joining me tonight, right now, Medical Director of the county's Health Department, Dr. Juan Luis Marquez. Dr. Marquez, thank you for being with us tonight on 7 Up Front.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Let's begin with this pilot project that's going to provide pop-up clinics. When is the next one and who will be able to get a shot?
Yeah, absolutely. So the next clinic is actually going to be tomorrow, Saturday, March 20th. And that clinic is a couple focuses. So one is particular zip codes that we've found to be particularly high impacted by COVID. So it'd be zip codes 48105, 48108, 48197, and 48198. That clinic is actually fully booked at this point. So afterwards, we actually have three additional clinics. Sorry, one's going to be on Monday, March 22nd, at the Bethel AME Church in Ann Arbor, and then that one is we're working very closely with the faith leaders to fill that particular church. We have a bigger that particular event. We have a bigger testing event on Wednesday, March 24th. The New Covenant Missionary Baptist Church. So that's another drive-through church where we're hoping to vaccinate 700 folks. And the criteria that we'd ask for those folks would be to live in 48105, 48108, 48197, 48198, and then be 50 years and older at those clinics. And I should before I forget, and then we have another smaller vaccine clinic at the on Tuesday, March 23rd at the Second Baptist Church in Ypsilanti. If anybody is interested in learning more, they can come to our website, which is washtenaw.org, and then we'll have information about those events.
And Dr. Marquez, I hear you mentioning zip codes. You're concentrating your efforts in certain zip codes. Why is that?
Yep, so it's a good question. So we've not only our county, but across Michigan, we found that certain communities have been disproportionately impacted by COVID-19. And so, as part of the effort, we're working with the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as our community partners, Michigan Medicine, St. Joe's, and Packard Health, to ensure that we are able to provide vaccine to those communities that have been most impacted, and who we're most concerned about complications from COVID-19.
And do you think these clinics can help speed up the process of getting as many people vaccinated as possible? And if so, how can you sign up as well?
Yep, so that's a great question. So I think that these particular clinics, which we tend to refer them as pop-up clinics, are one piece of our strategy to make sure that everybody is vaccinated. So we are planning to hold pop-up clinics, not only the ones that I listed, but also sort of over time, we're going to have similar clinics where they'll be conveniently located to folks, so they don't have to drive. They can potentially walk there. And so that's not, it's just not transportation and access is not a barrier. We also have our larger clinic, two larger clinics, one on the east side of the county over in the EMU Convocation Center, and the other in Chelsea. And those will be run several days a week to capture a larger population. And then we have also a strategy where we realize that not everybody can make it to the clinics, even the ones that are conveniently accessible to them. So we have a program as well where we go to folks who are homebound and otherwise have difficulty with transportation or getting out of their homes, and we're able to vaccinate them as well. So we affectionately call it our Nurse on the Run program. So these are multiple strategies that we have in place to be able to vaccinate as much of our community as possible. And if folks are interested in the pop-up clinics this week, and they meet the criteria that I mentioned, there's two ways to register. One is calling our phone number, 734-544-6700, or they can also email us at wchdpopup@washtenaw.org. That's wchdpopup@washtenaw.org.
Dr. Marquez, thank you so much for your efforts in the county to get people the shot that they need.
Great, thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, Alan.